welcome everybody to the Stanley Cup Final Edition, episode 17, I believe, of Save and a Beauty. I am outside because it is a beauty out here today. The weather is perfect, not too hot, not too cold. So why not sit outside and enjoy the flora and the fauna, my tropical scenery, my little water fountain, which you can't really see. Oh, there it is. There's the water fountain. It's just all nice out here. So I'm outside. I'm one of your hosts of this wonderful podcast, which is it's gaining steam nationwide. I'm Rob, also known as Torts because he's my guy, joined on this wonderful occasion by the beauty Carly, who is just not doing enough to help Spencer Pratt get elected as a mayor of Los Angeles. So we're talking about that. Well, we don't want to get into that now, but that's a story for another day. And then lastly, up in Canada, where they're complaining they're in a recession, yet Ishmael can't go out and buy Mitch Marner jerseys at half price.
No, but he can buy a McKenna.
Yes, he'll be buying that one. Oh, a bird. Gavin, bird right behind me. Ishmael's here. Ishmael, have you bought your McKenna jersey yet?
No, I have not.
No, you've not. Okay, what are you waiting for?
His is on pre-order.
Because I want it to be official first.
Oh, so you think they may not? Is that a possibility?
No.
Oh,
I would buy it if they have like around $50 or something. I guess maybe.
Okay.
Now in the Leafs,
They should have a rule. If it's not official yet, it should be available for like $50-$20. Then once it gets official, they drive it up to $200. They should have.
Knowing the way the Leafs draft, they might draft the ghost of Boreas Salming or something like that instead. Who knows? You never know. So, well, I can tell you, people, I guarantee you, once the draft takes place in a couple of weeks, we will see Ishmael wearing a Gavin McKenna jersey. It's just a matter of time.
I am wearing a jersey of the Reggae Boys, the Jamaica soccer team. So
I see.
So and of course, speaking of soccer,
hockey show, Ishmael.
Speaking of soccer, the World Cup is coming up, and I am supporting the Reggae Boys, Jamaica, to win. What's that? Oh, Jamaica's not in the World Cup? Okay. Screw that, man. Okay. Yeah.
I think I like your sound effects better.
Yep. Okay. Whoever wins. I don't care. I bet my whole household on Jamaica winning the World Cup, and I guess I'm losing my house. So.
Oh no.
Does Pakistan have a team in the World Cup? I don't even know.
Pakistan is making the ball of the World Cup, so that's the true story. That's the.
I see.
By the way, the kids might wanna cover their ears, but yeah, my cojones are gonna get kicked around on the field, so.
Carly, don't you like that Ishmael, coming from Pakistan, uses the word cojones? I love that about him. It's just amazing.
So yeah, also all the Pakistani balls are gonna get kicked around, if you know what I mean. So
in your balls.
So the balls are getting kicked around.
In your balls. Okay. We're not.
In your balls.
In your.
So kids, you can uncover your ears now.
What?
We're still covered them.
I think we better move on. Anyway, we are here tonight to discuss the Stanley Cup Final. Thank you. We are now 3 games in, and I have to be honest, guys. I thought, and when we previewed this last week, that this would be a boring final because I still say Carolina is a boring team. But I will say this: 3 games in, it has been far from boring. It's been exciting. It is officially, after 3 games, the highest scoring, you didn't put this in your notes, Ishmael, the highest scoring Stanley Cup final of all time. That's interesting, considering both of these teams are defensive teams. And no lead is safe. No lead is safe in this series. You're up 2-0 in a game. Look out. No guarantee. You're up 4-0 in a game. No guarantee. So, guys, I got to tell you, so far this series has been a lot of fun. Thoughts?
It's been really interesting. Like last week when we met, I had mentioned like how I'm pulling for Canada, or not Canada, my lord, Carolina.
Oh, God.
My goodness gracious, I need more coffee. I need more coffee in my life. So I'm pulling for Carolina, and they've had an easy run leading up to now, and I was well aware that Vegas was going to come in hot, and they did. I think it just kind of shook Carolina a little bit because they've had it easy. But this last game, I mean, when they pulled Anderson, that was just a game changer in the third period for me. And I think as well for the team because double overtime. So, just an outstanding performance in Game 3. Like, I literally thought it was over, and it was not. I was at a wedding, and I just kept checking and refreshing and checking and refreshing.
And we'll get to Game 3, but I want to go each game. We'll start with Game 1. But Ishmael, your overall view of this series so far.
Well, last week we each. I know Rob. You were talking about that you picked Vegas to win. But all of us, we collectively picked our Conn Smythe winners.
Yes, we
Each of them happened to be goaltenders.
Yes, they were.
We're all wrong.
We're all wrong, unfortunately.
Hold on a second. Carter Hart has not been terrible. He has made the big save when the big save needed to be made. For example, and again, we're going to start Game 1. But in the last game, near the end of that game, if he doesn't make a great leg save on Jankowski, that game goes not into overtime. That game's over. They lose 5-4 in regulation. So
yeah, but he did give up 3 goals in a span of 39 seconds, which
I
is
understand that. But you know what? There was an old saying by the great goalie Grant Fuhr, who won many cups with the Edmonton Oilers. I may give up 5 in a game, but I'm not going to give up 6, and we're going to win. And he did that. There were a lot of games when Grant Fuhr stood on his head, gave up a lot of goals, but at the end of the day, he made the big, timely saves when they were needed. I'm saying the same thing about Carter Hart right now.
At that point, you gotta credit Mitch Marner for that. Unfortunately,
we have to always credit Mitch Marner because why? He played for Toronto. We have to credit him all the time. All the time.
I mean, Mitch Marner, he was the difference maker in Game 3. Being so. I mean, the fastest hat trick in Stanley Cup final history. So, I mean.
I would think Mitch Marner right now is the happiest man alive, knowing that he got out of Toronto and into a nice situation where he actually may win a cup and rub it into all those Canadian fans after we win. But we'll get to that.
Fun fact about Mitch Marner and his tenure at Toronto, I was telling Ishmael earlier, I read something that he had throughout his tenure at Toronto during playoffs. He had a total of like 10 to 13 goals. In one season with Vegas in the playoffs, he has 10 goals. So that just tells you the difference for him, for one.
It's coaching, it's torts.
It's also just having a franchise that isn't threatening your life.
Well, Mitch Marner's having a good playoff. He could be potentially.
He's having a great playoff. Not good. He's having a great playoff.
Wouldn't that kill Ishmael if Mitch Marner's the MVP?
Hey, you know what? I honestly don't mind. For me, of course, this is bound to happen for a former Leaf. I think there's something wrong with the Leafs with the Leafs way, and this is the kick in the that they need to get back up. Then so be it.
And the cojones.
Nice.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I will. Yeah.
The cojones.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna think of that word all night long now. The cojones. So that's good. That's good. Well, so let's start briefly with Game 1. We started in Game 1 last week. And in that game, again, no lead is safe in these games. No. Carolina got up to an early 2-goal lead. 25 seconds in, I'm sitting down for dinner. I'm not even ready to watch the game, and boom, goal. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Nikolai Ehlers scores 25 seconds in, the quickest goal in a Game 1 of Stanley Cup final history. So they're up 1-0, and then it became 2-0. I'm like, all right, Carolina's going to win, but no. Just be patient, Buckaroos. They came back, Vegas came and tied it up. And the guy that I am just shocked by this, playing out of his gourd, out of his cojones, Carly, is none other than Brett Howden. Brett Howden has 13 goals in the playoffs. He's another potential Conn Smythe winner. Brett Howden had 12 goals all season, okay? Brett Howden played with the New York Rangers at the start of his career. He sucked. He never played. He was a fourth liner. Now, I understand he was young. Fourth liner, we scratched him. We eventually traded him off to Vegas. No big deal. All of a sudden, Brett Howden's becoming like the ghost of, for all you old people out there, the ghost of John Druce, who was a player for Washington years ago who nobody heard of, and he had like 15 goals in one playoff season. Brett Howden scoring like crazy. So in Game 1, Vegas tied the game. It went back and forth after that. Vegas eventually won the game 5-4. So they went up 1-0. Game 2, obviously, must win for Carolina. But Vegas started off up 2-0. But no. Again, no lead is safe. Carolina came back. They went back and forth for a while. Game went into overtime, where Carolina had not lost a game in overtime all playoffs. I believe they were want to say they were 7-0 going into Game 2. And lo and behold, one of their big guns who have done nothing in the whole playoffs, Seth Jarvis, scores a goal in overtime to give Carolina a win, evening the series at 1. Then we go to last game, and I was shocked by this. You have a game, okay, where Vegas goes up 4-0. 4-0 in the second period, all right? Mainly on Mitch Marner's hat trick, 3 goals in a very short period of time. How many seconds or how many minutes did he score those goals in?
39
very quick.
seconds.
Yes, that was it. Thank you very much.
No.
You're going into the third period 4-0. Nobody comes back from a 4-0 lead in the third period. It never happens. I think the record was 0 and 100 and something teams that were down 4-0 that came back to win a game in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Well, amazingly enough, actually, sorry, it happened one time. And it was done by the LA Kings against the Edmonton Oilers in the 80s. I believe it was 1982, where the Kings were down by 4 goals in the third period, came back and won a game 6-5. But it wasn't a finals. It was an early round. In the finals, it's never happened. But lo and behold, somehow Carolina scores 4 goals in the third period. 4 goals. Yep. They tie it up. Now, Vegas should have won it in regulation, but of course, the referees have to get involved. Controversial play in front of the net where there's a scramble in front of Mr. Anderson, Freddie, and the puck gets poked in. Now, on another occasion similar to this earlier in the playoffs, they ruled it goaltender interference. In this case, they didn't. They said the puck was blown dead, goal didn't count. Now, if you're Vegas fans, and there were fans in attendance, they were really pissed off, thinking, all right, the refs are screwing us. But in double overtime, on a weird play, Shea Theodore throws the puck behind the net. It bounces in front of the net, hits the pad of the goalie for Carolina, who was Brandon Bussey, who had replaced Freddie Anderson in that game. Played well, but Vegas came through and survived and won 5-4. So again, we've had 2 5-4 games and a 4-3 game in these playoffs. Next game is tomorrow night in Vegas, and the way these games have been going so far, I would think it'll be another high-scoring series. I'm still waiting for a 2-1 final. I don't know if we're going to get one.
You also forgot that in the game 3 in the first period, Vegas had technically scored 2.
Yes.
I think both in the first period, they scored 2 goals that were taken back. So technically, they would have had 6 goals if they would have kept up that momentum.
Correct. Yep. Both disallowed.
I kind of want to share. I think I posted this up with you up on the group chat. I want to share a screen with you that kind of puts the game puts the series in a nutshell. So just have a look at this. So you can see Carolina has scored almost half of their power play goals in this series alone that they've put up, and all 3 of their power play goals were game changing scenarios. The first one was the one that tied game 2, and the second one was the one that won them game 2 in game 2, of course, and the third one was, albeit it was a 6-on-4 because they pulled the goalie, it sent game 3 into overtime. And if the puck had bounced the other way, I'll give it Vegas, honestly, I'll give it that a lucky bounce that it went off Bussey into the goal. It could have easily went the other way. It could have been a 2-1 easily for Carolina. So this series is clearly not over, and Carolina's power play has been the clear difference maker for them. On the other hand, Vegas 1-for-9 versus 11-for-46, 11.1%, 23.9%. I mean, clearly the tables have turned differently for each of these teams versus their road to the final. What do you guys think?
No, Carolina.
Go ahead, Carly.
I was going to say, the power play for Carolina has been the only thing really saving them. Not really saving them, but the only thing they have really going for them this entire playoff series. Like, that's the one thing that they've been consistent in leading up to even now. So I'm not shocked that their power play is where it is. But I kind of figured Vegas would have been a little bit higher. But, yeah, Rob.
It just goes to show you that the special teams do not always dictate a game.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, there was a season, I believe it was 2011, when the Boston Bruins won the Stanley Cup. I believe their percentage was like less than 10% on power plays for the whole playoffs. Their power play was horrible, yet they won the Cup. So you know what? If Vegas somehow wins the Cup at 11% power play, so be it. so be it. You know what? It is what it is. So as long as you score them even strength goals, 5-on-5, that's all that matters. But I don't put much into the specialty teams. And Ishmael, you're just proving a point here. We'll see what happens. We'll see. I think it'll level off as the series goes on. But right now, I don't think that the special teams have decided any of these 3 games at all. I don't think it's been them.
Well, yeah, like with Carolina, it tied game 2 and it won then game 2.
That's a good point. On the challenge by Tortorella, that's a good point.
Yeah.
They did tie it on the power play. That's true. Sorry, I'm bad. I'm wrong. So you make a valid point. So, but we'll see what happens. So, but going into tomorrow night, the question I have for you guys is, who's going to play goal for Carolina? Obviously, Anderson started the first 3. I said at the start of the series, which is why I didn't pick Carolina. I said Freddie Anderson's played well. He hasn't been tested at all in these playoffs. He certainly wasn't tested by Montreal last round. He had like 43 shots over a 3-game period.
Yeah.
He wasn't tested by Philadelphia or Ottawa that much either. Played well, but I think it was a mirage, to be honest with you. He looked terrible the other night, giving up those 4 goals, especially the 3rd goal tomorrow night when it basically went right through his legs. It was a terrible goal. They brought in Brandon Bussey, Long Island boy, by the way, Brandon Bussey. And he had not played in like 2 months, yet he came in and he looked, I have to be honest, he looked very solid. He looked really, really good. And he was honestly their goalie for most of the regular season because Anderson was hurt. So the question is, do you put Bussey in tomorrow night or do you stick with Anderson?
That's a good question. I know Brendan Moore hasn't alluded to what he's going with. I believe Anderson did not practice today. If I am trying to go through he did not practice today. They gave him a maintenance day. Anderson has played every game this entire playoff run, so honestly, I won't be mad if they start Brandon Bussey. One, he's had how many weeks, months off, he's rested. He proved himself in the 3rd period of game 3. I mean, at this point, give Freddie a night off, see what happens. But do you also want to risk that? But I would go with Bussey.
Okay.
Yeah, I would go with Bussey too. I mean Anderson. I mean, it's kind of. I don't know. I think it's. I mean, I knew I chose Anderson for my Conn Smythe, but I think it's kind of. Bussey is a fresher guy right now, and I think he's on a roll since the last game, and I think it's time to give him a shot now.
Well, it's a small sample size, but the way I look at it, you got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You can put him in, and let's say he doesn't play well, you go back to Anderson. That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, Anderson's a veteran, he's a pro, and if Brendan Moore goes in and says, look, Bussey gave us a really big boost the other night. He played very well. The kid's been good for us all season. Let's give him a shot, see what he can do. I'm sure Anderson will be okay with that. And if for any reason Bussey plays well, okay, they'll keep him in. But if he doesn't play well, you go back to Anderson for Game 5. I really think it's important for Carolina to win tomorrow night, to be honest with you. I don't think you want to go down 3-1.
If they lose
Vegas
tomorrow night, the whole series is going to be over because I just don't see them having that. Motivation is just going to be not lacking, but I just think they're going to be just in their heads about it.
Ishmael?
Like I think this series can it's not over, like I said in my previous comment. I don't think like I said, it's been a 1 goal game in each game, and will Marner have a historical game again? Probably not, but I've seen sorry.
You hope not.
I mean, I don't think so. He will. Like, that was the fastest hat trick in history. Will he have another faster hat trick than that? I don't think so. Like, I'm not gonna bet.
No, I mean, no.
I mean, I don't think so. He will. I can bet. I'm not gonna bet, but I think I would should be safe bet for that. But yeah, I mean, Carolina has been the more offensive with the shots. They've been the higher shooting team. So yeah, I expect a wild comeback by the Canes in the next game. Yeah.
You know what I love about the games, especially in Vegas? They do all these opening and I thought for sure you don't see it in Canada because you have the TSN feed. I saw ESPN. I thought for sure ESPN would not show it, but they did. Where the Vegas Golden Knights, before every game in the playoffs, they have this whole performance on ice. It's like you're watching a show.
We had that.
It's great in person.
Night on the ice, and they had the smoke in the crowd, lifting the drummers in the air. It was very cool. And what pissed me off is in the last round when ESPN had the series, they didn't show any of that. I'm like, what's wrong with you people?
Definitely Vegas atmosphere. We
have to go to a game.
You have to. It's a 45-minute flight for us, so we'll go for like a few nights and we'll go to a game. And honestly, the atmosphere is outstanding.
Oh yeah.
And the things that like the starting act, they'll have the night on the ice, and then like they have like their horn or whatever they're using, because I know they have like their guest people that open it. But just like the ambiance and just everything is just, I've never been into an arena where it's like you can just feel the energy. Like we don't have that really on the West Coast. Like
I don't know if they do that during the regular season for all the games. I'm not sure, to be honest. I know they do it in the playoffs because I've seen it, but it's great.
I don't think they go as in depth as they do playoffs, because I know like they have like the night that skates out or like comes out with the sword and the full suit and stuff, and then yeah, they have a few other things that go on.
But like,
but somebody blow the horn, or they sound the horn, which is very cool too.
But like they have like for example, like they had it against Carolina, so they had a team like facing a hurricane. So do they have one against every opponent?
Yeah, they have like an intro video that they play on the jumbotron. But at least when I've been there, they've had something like that, like a video.
If they were facing like the Leafs, would they have like a bunch of leaves blowing against them?
Just like a leaf blower.
Leafs blowing, yeah, that makes sense because they blow away in the playoffs. That's probably what.
I've never been to a Leafs in Vegas game. I've been to Vegas and Montreal, and
they have a bunch of ghosts skating on the ice. No shows.
They have like a Montreal Canadiens game. They throw a bunch of moose and beavers on the ice.
Oh my God.
No, they would not, Ishmael. They would not do that. But we'll see. So we can look forward to that tomorrow night. So I guess the three of us are in agreement that Bussy should play tomorrow night. I'm going to go out on a limb here because I did predict Vegas in 6. So in order for me to get my prediction correct, I need Carolina to step it up and win a couple of games here. So they won 1. Give me one more. I could see them tying up the series tomorrow night and then losing the next 2. So I'm going to also go with a Carolina win tomorrow night. It'll be another close game. I don't think it'll be as high scoring. At least, I don't think so. But, hey, who knows? They've all been high scoring so far. And I'll predict another goal by Brett Howden because, hey, why not? He's like Wayne Gretzky.
At this point, you might as well put money on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we'll see. So, by next week's show, the series actually could be over. We could have a new NHL champion by our show next week, boys and girls. Or... trying to think of the schedule in my head. Tuesday, Thursday.
I can look it up real fast.
When is Game 6? I believe that's Saturday?
What, Game 4?
Sure.
So they'll play tomorrow, of course, and then they'll play Thursday, and then Sunday, the 14th.
Sunday would be Game 6.
And then the last game, Game 7, is the 17th.
So we might still have a series. We may still have a series when we reconvene next week. It's a possibility. Let's hope so. Because once hockey ends, then I got to worry about baseball, and oh boy, not around here. Not a good thing. So anyway, it's been a great series. Let's hope it keeps up because I think that the series has been good for the NHL. Supposedly, from what I've heard, and I haven't been looking at it, the ratings, which I thought would be low, have actually been pretty good. So that's a good thing. So I'm happy about that. And if you're ABC, you got the NHL and the NBA finals. You don't want sweeps or quick series in both because you paid a lot of money for them. The NBA could be a sweep for the New York Knicks because the way they're playing. And if you got the NHL, you want it to go at least 6 or 7 games because they got to make money somehow. So we'll see what happens. The only other negative I hate about the coverage locally here is if you compare how ESPN/ABC cover the 2 finals, when the NHL game is over, they go right off the air. Right off the air, go to news. Goodbye. The NBA, they go right to their post game. And they show it with Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley and all these guys.
Yeah.
They don't really promote the NHL like they promote the NBA. And if I'm Gary Bettman, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? I'm paying you all this money. You're not promoting me the way you promote the NBA. if you don't, if you don't think we're that good, then we'll go somewhere else. I thought that when they were on NBC Sportsnet years ago, I thought they did a great job with that, with the NHL on that channel. That channel's now gone. It's off the air.
By the way, I want to add.
TNT does a heck of a job. TNT is excellent. TNT's great. I love TNT. I love the announcers.
Yes.
But they got to rotate the finals every other year. So we're stuck with ESPN this year. And Sean McDonough, who I got to tell you, if you're an insomniac, boys and girls, listen to Sean McDonough for about an hour. He'll put you to sleep.
I want to add one thing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Jimmy Kimmel appears on ABC, of course. So of course he plugs the NBA Finals, and of course his buddy the guy who works with him on security, Guillermo. He has a segment with which he appears on the NBA Finals.
Right.
But there's no plug of the Stanley Cup, so I don't like. I think I don't know. Like it's one-sided a bit. I don't understand.
Yeah.
So.
It's
I mean, who knows? Who knows? Maybe if you need a colored person with an accent to appear on to do a segment in the Stanley Cup Finals, maybe I could fill in for you guys.
And that would be a ratings boost. Who does the who does the play-by-play and the color in TSN for the finals, or is it Sportsnet? Who does the finals in Canada?
It's Sportsnet. Yeah.
Okay. Who does the play-by-play and who does the color for the games?
Actually,
don't tell me you don't know. Please don't tell me that. You're up there. You're watching the freaking games. You don't know who's doing the games. All right, shoot me now. Really, God, what? How do you not know? You work for the hockey news. Yeah. ChatGPT is your friend.
He's over here pulling up a new tab, just typing into Google.
Because Ishmael, our Canadian expert living in Canada, in Toronto, the major market in Canada, does not know who does the play-by-play and the color for the Stanley Cup Final. Amazing.
He's too busy.
Who is doing the play-by-play and color for the Stanley Cup Final on Sportsnet?
This is boots on the ground.
I'll get the answer before you do, Ishmael. Play-by-play is a great legendary name. You should know this name, Chris Cuthbert.
Oh yeah, he does the Leafs as well.
Of course.
I knew about
the Leafs as well.
And the color analyst is another guy who's been doing it for a long time, Craig Simpson. The rinkside reporter, this person I never heard of, Kyle Babushka. No, Kyle Bukaskis. Don't know that one.
Yeah, I know him. Like I've seen his face. Like he does the intermission report.
And then you have the studio coverage hosted by Ron McLean, not with Don Cherry anymore.
Yeah, I know Ron.
And they have like about 100 other people in the booth. David Amber, Kevin Bieksa, Kelly Rudy, Botterill, Elliot Friedman. But how do you not know who's doing the games? I mean, come on.
I knew them. I just didn't know off the top of my head. I know Chris Cuthbert.
Yeah.
Carly, I think we should be taking applications for a third.
No, I knew Chris Cuthbert does the Leafs, but I didn't.
If there's anybody out there watching this podcast who lives in Canada who would like to apply to be Ishmael's replacement, please send all correspondence to Carly or me at Save and Beauty, and we will be considering all applications. Even if Zippy the Chimp out there would like to replace him, we'll take your application as well. Bubbles the Chimp. If you watch the Michael Jackson movie, you'll know who Bubbles is. So. Anyway, all right, well, while Ishmael goes and studies who the play-by-play and color people are for his own Canadian broadcast, let's continue and move on.
Yeah.
I think we've talked enough about the final. Let's go to some news and notes, which, ironically enough, Ishmael, he sent us some wonderful news and notes, so he knows about that stuff. You ask him a simple question, who does the games? He wants to know that. So I don't know if we should trust these news and notes, but I do know for a fact that a lot of them are true. So I believe them.
We fact-checked.
We did fact-check. So let's start with the fact that, and I didn't even hear this, ironically enough, boys and girls, if you want to keep a job and get fired numerous times, work in the NHL. And I'll tell you why. If you want to be a coach in the NHL, doesn't matter if you're fired 1 time, 2 times, 5 times, 7 times. There's always going to be room for you on another team. Case in point, Peter Laviolette. Peter Laviolette has coached a number of teams. He won a Stanley Cup with Carolina, as a matter of fact, when they last won the Cup. But he's bounced around, coached a number of teams, most recently the New York Rangers. And lo and behold, just a season later, Peter Laviolette has a new job, and he goes all the way to the other side of the country, as he's named the new coach of the Los Angeles Kings.
Yep.
Interesting. What are your thoughts on that? I think it's he'll be playing with Artemi Panarin again. They get reunited, and it feels so good. He'll reunited, and it feels so good. The bread man is back with Laviolette. So I don't even know what to say about this hire. Veteran coach, semi-veteran team.
Yeah.
Is it the right decision? I don't know. But that's what they've decided on. What do you guys think about that?
Honestly, didn't even see that until Ishmael sent his news. And I was like, wow, I've been living under a rock.
Ishmael, when did they announce that? I didn't even know they announced it.
I think,
when did it happen?
I believe that was earlier today.
No, then I haven't. No, I've just been partially under a rock.
Didn't even know about that.
I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he gets a bump. Every team he coaches, it seems like in the first year, they do really well. He did well with the Rangers. They were the President Trophy winners when he was a coach. But then after that, they fell apart. I'm sure he'll get a bump with the Kings. I mean, they're losing their captain on Jake Kopitar, but they're a team that's close. They need to make some tweaks in the offseason. But I'm sure they'll get a bump out of him during the first season of him coaching.
Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't turn around for the worse and things work out.
Now, while we stick to coaching, and I didn't hear this either, I got this message from Ishmael, and I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. Toronto Maple Leafs, one of the larger markets in the NHL, are apparently going to interview Joe Pavelski for their head coaching position. Now, Joe Pavelski was a great player, played for a long time with the Sharks, Dallas Stars, a borderline Hall of Famer. Mm-hmm. Has he coached anywhere?
He's coached youth hockey for his son. That's
okay. So that makes him qualified to be an NHL head coach, apparently. We're going to go from the Bantams and the Pee-wees all the way to the NHL and coach Austin Matthews.
With what I've heard,
he could do worse in Toronto.
That's true.
Well, they were apparently going after Pete Laviolette as well, but I guess that job's taken.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick to my prediction. I'm still predicting that the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to be hiring Gerard Gallant as their next coach. I'm going to stick to that until it doesn't happen. So, do you want Joe Pavelski as your next coach, Ishmael?
I mean, what they said was they wanted
Toronto's
someone
listening right now. They're all listening to this podcast, so your message will be heard loud and clear by the Maple Leaf ownership.
I mean, we haven't tried. We've always went the usual route.
Bubbles the chimp.
I mean, they said they wanted someone who was like a Martin St. Louis type. So
so short.
But someone who has an extremely good resume. So on the ice,
he's coaching little children. How does that give him a good resume?
No, I mean on the ice. I meant so.
Oh, okay. So he's a good player. That makes him. Then they should hire Mark Messier.
And if he wants to coach, I don't put him immediately into head coaching. Like, I don't know, baby.
Put him on the AHL.
Yeah, go there.
I mean,
we'll see.
John Gruden. Oh, by the way, John Gruden, who is the Marlies AHL coach, he's been doing a good job. He took the Marlies to the AHL finals. That's some news from the AHL. If you want to know.
There you go. There you go. All right, well, we'll see what Toronto does. I don't see this happening, but let them interview Joe Pavelski, and we'll move on from there. I just don't
coaching inquiry from Edmonton.
Yes. What?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what was that?
Edmonton Oilers are interested in hiring Mike Babcock.
I heard that today, this afternoon, after I left where I was.
There's like an investigation still.
That's not going to happen. He left Columbus in a bad situation. He was a good coach at one point. Look.
He's not great with young players, like with rookies.
No, and he had stuff going on in Columbus, which they're still investigating. Hey, you know what? Go right ahead, Edmonton. Hire Mike Babcock. See where that gets you. Connor McDavid calling New York.
McDavid's gonna love it.
Hello, Rangers coming over. Yes. Okay. What? They're not gonna hire. If they hire Mike Babcock, I'm gonna laugh my head off. They should just hire Don Cherry. The hell? I mean, really? Mike Babcock? Really? Okay.
Apparently, there's no one else.
No. Well. There's still a few openings out there, but I don't
They
see
need to
Mike
go to
Babcock.
some Pee-wee games. Find some coaches. They need to
Yeah,
go to some little Pee-wee games.
true. It's true. Well, let's move off the coaching news of the day. We have had a lot of trophies given out, and again,
Yeah.
I don't understand what's happening. I thought the NHL has an award show, and they surprise you with the winners of their big trophies, but apparently they're not doing that this year because they're giving them all out. So, since our last show, we had a couple of Montreal Canadiens win trophies.
Yes.
We had Cole Caulfield win the Lady Byng, which makes him like Marty St. Louis. So maybe Cole Caulfield should coach the Maple Leafs. What do you think about that?
I don't think this is also the first time he's won the Lady Byng. I think it's like the second.
Yes, it's the first time. He's a baby. He has not won. First time winner. He's only been in the league like 2 or 3 years. No, it's his first time. And another Canadian, their captain, Nick Suzuki, he won a nice trophy. He won the Selke Trophy for the best defensive forward. Considering the guy scored 100 points to win a best defensive forward, that's pretty impressive. He's a very good player, and that's a good win. Another award that was given, and we've talked about this on the show, NHL Award for Coach of the Year. And I said, ironically enough, one of the best coaches that's been in this league for so many years. As a matter of fact, he coached Marty St. Louis to a cup, was John Cooper. Well, he didn't coach him to a cup. My bad. I'm sorry. But he coached Marty St. Louis.
No.
Was John Cooper. John Cooper has won cups. He's been in the finals. He's been successful for many years. But believe it or not, he never won NHL Coach of the Year. But now he has. He now has added the award for the Coach of the Year. So congratulations to the great John Cooper winning the Jack Adams Award.
Well deserved.
Do you guys have any thoughts on those three
I think they're all well deserved. Yeah, I think I can't even think of who else I would choose for them. But yeah, John Cooper for one. That was.
Now there's two. Oh, I'm sorry, Ishmael. Do you have any comments on those three?
No, well deserved.
Maybe you'll have comments on the next three. We had two smaller awards that went out. Not that I really put much stock in these awards, but they're good awards. We had Marcus Foligno, the brother of Mike, the Foligno brothers. I love it. It sounds like a circus. The Foligno brothers are in town. Yay! Well, Marcus Foligno won the King Clancy Trophy, which is for dedication to hockey, I believe. That's how they term it. And another award, the Ted Lindsay Award, which is sort of like another award, another MVP award. So they kind of have two awards, which is kind of weird.
But it is voted by the NHLPA.
What's that?
It is voted by the NHLPA.
Right, it's voted on by the players. And lo and behold, the winner was, sorry, I never heard this guy's name before, Connor McDavid. Oh, he won another award as MVP. Can we, just give him the award or just rename it after him? Because he seems to win it every year. But he did. And then the last award, and this was given out today, again, last minute news, or happened yesterday, I believe, was for the Vezina, which is the award for best goaltender. I was surprised that he won the award. I thought the award was going to go to Ilya Sorokin of the Islanders, even though they didn't make the playoffs. He had a very good season. He kept them in a lot of games. Most people thought he was a shoo-in to win it. He didn't win. No, another Russian did instead. And this guy's won many awards as Vezina. He won another. I don't know how many Vezinas he's won now. You can look this up, Ishmael. That it would be Andrei Vasilevsky, also of Tampa Bay. He won the Vezina trophy for the best goaltender. Thoughts, guys?
I think Andrei Vasilevsky. I think his regular season. There's no doubt about his regular season record. Record is just about his postseason that's always been cast in doubt. So, yeah, I think that's all. That's all it is, a regular season award. I think there's not much to say about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Ishmael on that. But when I think of good goaltenders, he's one of the top ones that does pop into my brain. So, I mean, I'm not really too shocked with that. He was one of the top three in my head that I think would have walked with it. So, I mean, congrats to him. And again, I don't know how many times he's won it. I didn't look that one up in time, but yeah. Oh.
Two more quick notes. This one I had no idea. The Dallas Stars are moving, not like the Chicago Bears that are moving out of Ohio. Excuse me, out of Illinois. They're going to Indiana, totally different state, because Chicago, along with California, their politics are a joke. So the team says, you know what, you can't build the stadium. We're going to pick them and go to Indiana. So now Indiana's going to have two football teams. Lo and behold, the Dallas Stars, for some reason, are moving out of downtown Dallas, and they want to go into the suburbs of lovely Plano, Texas. I don't know why they're doing this. Yeah. Ishmael, do you know why they're doing this?
I don't even live in Texas, man. I don't even live in America, so.
You're the one who gave us these notes. I figured you had some explanation on this. So I know you don't live in Texas.
I don't know. Like I don't know, man.
You didn't like read into it. There wasn't an article.
Hey, we just decided to jump on this like an hour ago. So.
Do me a favor, Ishmael. I want you to change your nickname on this show from Brown Sugar. Okay, take that off, and I want you to put in quotes "Fountain of Information." Because you're not. Because you're not a fountain of information.
I honestly don't think Plano, Texas is really that big.
No? Well, that's where apparently they're moving.
I could be wrong.
They're moving into the suburbs. It's like the Jeffersons. They're moving on up to the east side to a deluxe apartment in the sky. All right, that's enough of that. And one last note before we say goodnight, Gracie. And this is a surprise, but hey, I'm excited because maybe we can trade for him. Dylan Larkin, the captain of the Detroit Red Wings, he's played for them for 11 years. He's tired of losing.
Yes.
So he went into Stevie Y's office the other day and says, I want to leave. I know I have a no movement clause. I have a no trade clause and all that. I'm willing to waive it. Get me the fuck out of Detroit. It sucks here. I want to leave. So Dylan Larkin probably will be traded in the offseason. The question is, of course, where might he go?
He put in for 3 teams he wants to be traded to.
Oh, wait, so it's like Artemi Panarin here all over again.
Yes,
What did he put in?
Las Vegas Golden Knights, Minnesota Wild,
shocker.
and Florida Panthers.
Wait,
all
Vegas?
teams, Minnesota, and Florida Panthers.
Oh,
I don't know if it's a because, but if you look at all 3 of those rosters, they have a good number of his Team USA players too on them. Like,
but the question is, how much did they give back? Because if Steve Yzerman's going to trade him, he ain't giving him away.
Because he still has 5 years on his $8.7 million contract.
You need to give Mr. Yzerman some first-round collateral and a nice prospect and a player. I ain't giving him away. He doesn't have to trade him. You can request a trade. Doesn't mean you're going to get traded. So, I'm sure Yzerman will try to accommodate him. You don't want a disgruntled player on your team. But, hey, if he doesn't get an offer he likes, he's not going to trade him. Steve Yzerman's a pretty smart guy. I don't see that. Selfishly, I'd love to have him in New York. But we have a dumb GM, so he's not going to do anything. So that's not going to happen.
Honestly, I think we also shouldn't look past that. If the captain of all your players is looking to
I have
leave.
an idea. What if they trade up to San Jose for the number 2 pick in the draft?
I'll take Larkin.
There you go.
Thank you for interrupting me, Rob. if the captain of all the players is leaving, what does that tell the rest of the roster?
Look at the Canucks. The captain went out. Look at them now.
Do the Red Wings? They have a first-round pick. Where do they pick in the NHL draft? Does anybody know? I know it's a top 10 pick. I'm not sure where exactly they pick, but I could see a trade. You flip Dylan Larkin and the number 10 pick in the draft for the number 2 pick in the draft and maybe a nice prospect that San Jose has. They have a lot of prospects in their pipeline. Maybe you give them one of those upcoming forwards. I wouldn't say they would trade Michael Misa, but they might trade a forward to them. I can see that.
The Detroit Red Wings do not have a first-round pick in the 2026 NHL draft.
Well, there goes my idea, boys and girls. Yeah. Good night.
They traded that selection to St. Louis Blues during a previous trade deadline.
Okay, well, there goes my scenario. So he's not going to the San Jose Sharks.
No.
It's not happening. All right, it was a good thought. I see Dylan Larkin. If they're going to trade him, they're trading him to the West Coast. That's my prediction. Maybe Anaheim. Maybe Anaheim Ducks. Maybe the Duckies. You never know. They won't trade him to the Maple Leafs, so don't even get your hopes up, Ishmael. He's not going there.
I think the Leafs are happy.
Maybe they'll trade him for the number 1 pick.
I think the Leafs are quite happy where they are.
Oh, they're happy where they are? Oh, yeah. Out of the
Okay.
playoffs. No cup. No cup in 58 years.
No,
They're happy.
no,
Great
they
job.
want, they're content with their prospect, which is prospect line, which is made to the AHL finals, and with the #1 overall pick. So,
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
by the way,
So,
speaking of a #1 overall pick, I think I sent you guys an image over, like over the week, where I think you guys even referred to this. I saw this in one of these stores in near my area.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yes, you did. Yes. Surprised you
So-
didn't break the glass and steal it.
I wanted to like get this lovely Croatia jersey for you, Rob. Do you want that?
Oh, I would look lovely in that jersey. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
Why would he be wearing number 72?
I have no idea. I guess
Oh,
that's
why would you? Of course
I'm-
not.
I don't know. Like everyone's been. Is that what he
number
wore
does he
in?
wear? What number did he wear in college? I don't even know. Do you know?
I mean, I believe I believe he wore 72 at Medicine Hat. So I think
Maybe
that's
maybe that's his number. I don't know. I thought he wore number 9 in the World Junior Tournament or something like that. I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
yeah.
Well, I
Number
expect you to go.
72.
Why don't you go by tonight when it's dark, Ishmael? Go by the store with a hammer,
Drop it.
break the glass, and steal them. Bring them
I
home.
mean,
Yeah.
Oh no! Who's watching?
No
Well,
one.
here's here's what I'll do. Like I'll tell them, maybe I'll write like a fake rumor on the hockey news that they're gonna take Ivar Stenberg on #1 overall, and then I'll show it to the shop owner, and then he's like, oh, you gotta sell it at like $25, man. It's
Yeah,
not
there you
gonna
go. Tell him Mitch Marner stole the jersey. Who knows? You never know. I mean, it could be. So, I expect you to be wearing that jersey soon. So, and one other thing, boys and girls, and I'm excited about this. I've had a little bit of a rough day. I don't need to get into it right now, but Carly cheered me up, and I'm going to tell you why she cheered me up. So last season, when we did a show on another network, we'll just put it like that, Carly was traveling through the Midwest, and while she was traveling, she said, guys, there's a possibility I might see live cows. I'm driving. Now, she's driving with her husband, and lo and behold, in the middle of the show, she panned her video over, and lo and behold, we saw cattle. We saw real moo-moos right in the middle of the fields of Nebraska. Nebraska. I was going to say South Dakota. Who the hell knows? It's one of those boring states. Anyway, so Carly explained to us that she just went back to that area.
No, not back up there.
Oh,
We have a cattle ranch in California.
okay. So this is where Gavin Newsom probably lives. I don't know. Anyway,
Oh
go
God,
ahead.
he lives in Nevada. He has a house
I
in
know.
Nevada.
Good for him. So you went to your other house, and in that area, we have some utterly little beautiful cows.
Yes. So these are my
And
dad's.
Carly took pictures of these cows, boys and girls. So Carly's going to entertain all of us now with cow pictures.
This is
because
my show and
what's
tell.
better on the internet than cow pictures? I mean,
Okay.
really. Come on.
So my parents run a cattle ranch. We have 2 locations up near Yosemite National Park. And so these are my dad's heifers. So they have never had a baby before, and they're his pride and joy.
So heifers are male cows.
Heifers are female cows that have
Oh,
not had
see, we're learning stuff, Ishmael. Heifers
Yeah.
are female cows, and I guess the male cows are the bulls.
Yeah, so if they're intact as a male, they're a bull, but if they are castrated, they are steers. And steers
There's a
are what
rumor-
go
there's
to
a ru-
slaughter.
There's a rumor that Ishmael is not intact.
So-
Did you know that?
What?
Bulls have cojones.
No,
He lost his cojones. He was telling us that earlier. So anyway, go ahead.
So-
Sorry.
No, you're good. So cows are females that have had babies, but these are young ones that have never had a baby yet. So they will have a baby within the next
So
year.
these are like elite. I'm not going to say what I'm going to say. Look at these little guys here. Now, so I see 3.5 cows here.
Yes. So I did
So
take
these
my.
are all young little cows that are
They're
waiting
about
to
a year
get.
and a half, 2 years
They're
old.
waiting to get knocked up by a guy.
Pretty much.
Basically. I
They're
see.
waiting for a drunken one night.
that's a future A&W burger.
Ishmael, that's your calling, buddy.
And I have one more I'll show.
Okay, more cows, boys and girls. More
There
cows.
you go. My dad named her Fiona.
Oh, that's the future McDonald's burger.
Look, oh my.
She'll produce the future McDonald's burgers.
Ishmael, how could you say that? We might have vegans on this line here right now. Come on.
Okay.
That's a beautiful cow.
They're treated very well. Okay.
Good.
They're my dad's.
How much does Fiona weigh about? What would you say?
A little over 1,000 pounds.
Well, about Ishmael's size, basically. Okay.
She's probably close to like a 10.
Pretty close to it, so. You know what would be really cool is in the future if we could do a show with live cows in the background.
With me sitting in a field with the cows just all
Yeah, I think, that would blow up the internet.
Hey, you know what?
So.
Hey, you know what?
Stadium Rand beat your heart out. Anyway, what?
Hey, you know what? I'll get my future. I'll get married. I'll get my future mother-in-law. Then you have a real cow on the show.
Oh my.
Okay.
But bump. Okay. There we go. Ishmael filled with. You know what's funny, Carly? We've had no sound effects today, but the jokes are really shitty.
We had one in the beginning, but it was very quiet.
It was very quiet. So, all right. So next week, boys and girls, Ishmael's going to be married. He's going to have a fat mama-in-law. That's good. It's great to know. It's interesting.
Wait, are you going to get married on the podcast? Like we're going to be witnesses?
It'll be like Taylor Swift getting married in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Give me a break. Joke.
We're gonna let us follow because I don't like Taylor Swift.
No. So there was an article that I wrote. So you know how like whenever a game ends, there was I wrote and the fat lady has sung. So I was like, yeah, my future mother-in-law and mother-in-law has sung now.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness gracious.
You ever hear the saying, Carly, quit while you're ahead?
Mhm.
I think we should quit while we're ahead right now.
Just end.
End it now. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes another wonderful episode of Saving a Beauty, because if we keep it on...
Hey, that's good, right?
We may be banned by the FCC and never be on here again. Ishmael will be back next week with some more of his wonderful jokes. Can't wait to hear them, can you? And next week, we may or may not have a new Stanley Cup champion.
All right.
Oh my God, being attacked by
Rob's
birds.
gonna get hit by a bird.
Killer birds, they're coming. But until next week, we want you all to watch the Stanley Cup. If you're in New York, let's go Knicks, because that's all we talk about in New York right now. The world could blow up, and we would be talking Knicks in New York. That's all people talk about right now. I think the world will blow up if the Knicks win the championship. I think people are going to go in the streets and basically destroy the country. So we'll see what happens. But until next week, when we may or may not have a champion, this is Rob, along with Carly and her cows, and Ishmael with his cow mother-in-law, saying so long from Saving a Beauty. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye.